So, wrench drawer, another one of my favorites. Love my Tecton stuff, everything but those hex bit sockets. So, I bought their large set on sale. It came with the metric from 8 to 32 millimeter, I think it is. You'll see them in the next drawer. I only keep up to 24 millimeter in here because this is like the commonly used drawer here. It also came with the SAE set over there on the left. That goes from, let's see here, 1/4 inch to 1 inch in here, but I think it goes up to like 1 3/8 or something. I don't know. We'll see in the next drawer. Set of Tecton stubbies that goes from 5/16 to 3/4. These here, I picked up these off Craigslist. Some dude bought a storage unit and had multiple sets of these Tecton flex head ratcheting wrenches. So I got them. I got both sets here for 60 bucks. I think normally they're like 75 bucks each or 80. So I couldn't pass that up. They are 6-point box end. So I think that makes them kind of bigger than like a 12-point ratcheting one. But I haven't ran into any problems with it. And I have the other Duratec long reach double box end flex head ratcheting wrenches that are 12-point. They're kind of a thinner head, so if I ever run into that issue, I got that covered. They're just not in this drawer because, as you can see, kind of running out of options for organizing it at the moment. Up there, I don't ever really have to use offset box end wrenches, so I just picked up the Pittsburgh metric and SAE set. I've only used them a handful of times. I got like some little cheap adjustable wrench in there too. That's just thrown in there. So then, the next drawer is a continuation of wrenches. As you can see, like I was saying, here's the rest of that Tecton set I bought. It goes from 25 to 32 in this drawer on the metric side, and then it goes 1 1/16 to 1 1/4, so not 1 3/8 like I said, but still pretty large. Never really gonna have to use them, but they kind of were included in the set. So got a set of Pittsburgh strap wrenches there, a 12-inch adjustable Pittsburgh wrench. Here I keep my Torx wrenches down in this drawer. I got the 1/2-inch Pittsburgh, 3/8 EP Auto, and the 1/4 inch Pittsburgh. Alright, next drawer down is what I call like my heavy duty drawer, I guess. It's kind of a catch-all for anything that needs to be beaten on or clamped onto or pried on. So as you can see, I got some Pittsburgh dead blows over there. I think it's a 1 4 pound, a couple mallets, Pittsburgh claw hammer, various assortment of C-clamps. I got the big 8-incher all the way down to like a 3-inch one. I got a couple sets of bolt cutters in the back there, which are under those clamp jaw pads for when you don't want to mar something up with the steel jaws. Right underneath that, we got the 8-inch 3-draw puller. In this box here, there's like 6-inch, 4-inch, something like that. There's 3 other 3-draw pullers. Over there, I got my Dent puller suction cups from Harbor Freight. Got a bunch of Pittsburgh pipe wrenches. I think those are the way to go because I don't even understand how Pittsburgh or Harbor Freight makes pipe wrenches so cheap, but they're really not that bad. And if you ever wear them out, they're lifetime warranty. So if the jaws do go bad on you, then you just take it in and replace it. I know on like rigid and nicer pipe wrenches, you can replace the jaws, but there's really no need for doing that. You guys can't really see here, but it's just pry bars. It's a set of these, a couple smaller ones. These are from Harbor Freight. your normal flat bars. Like a Stanley Wonder Bar or something they call it. It's got a weird angle in it. Lets you pry a little better, I guess. That's the one I mainly go to. I've had that forever. Doing apartment maintenance and whatnot. It's a nice pry bar. Other than that, I think you guys can't really see this either, but got a bunch of these trim tools. Couple pickle forks down there. I don't know if you can see them. Nothing special. These rolling head pry bars. These are just terrible quality, but I picked them up from Harbor Freight. And that's about it for that drawer. Alright, down here in the bottom big drawer, this is where I keep all of my power tools, really. Like I said, you know, this isn't a fully automotive style box like a technician would have, but I just got a lot of the DeWalt line. Got this Black & Decker jigsaw, and then I got the DeWalt 18-volt jigsaw below it, a 1/2-inch hammer drill, sawzall, sander, another random DeWalt drill, the 18-volt circular saw. Over here is just a 3/8 drill. That thing is powerful as shit. Really tweaked my wrist last time I used it installing the deadbolt on this garage door. I got the Chicago Electric angle grinder, various discs in there for it. That thing, it gets hot, but I use it a lot, and it's still running perfectly fine, so I'd recommend it. And below that, I got heat gun, flashlight, and one of the Harbor Freight Dremel tools in that bag there. One of the Drill Master, the cheapest of the cheap. It doesn't even spin fast enough to do anything, but it's still in there for some reason. That about sums it up. I'll move over to the left bank now, and then we'll go to the right bank for you guys. So top drawer on the left bank, I call this one like my automotive drawer. I got a spark plug gap gauge here by Lang, quick disconnect tool, spark tester, inline spark tester. This here is pretty cool. This is the only type of code reader I have. It's actually just a little Bluetooth module, plugs in to the OBD2 port, and you connect on your phone with Bluetooth and use an app. I think I got this for like $7 or $8, and it actually shows a lot. You can do real-time data. Not everything that like a pro scanner would do, but more than like your average one, honestly. And like I said, they're so cheap, you just can't go wrong. Set of feeler gauges over here. This is the 6-piece tin cap oil filter wrench set from Harbor Freight. It's a Laguna brand. This stack here. I did a review on those. I really like them. They're really useful for doing oil changes on my F-150. Just a battery terminal cleaner and brush. Another oil filter wrench that I used to use, but these make the job a lot easier. Another set. These are like Pittsburgh oil filter pliers. They work, but they're just junk. It's just a cheap mechanic stethoscope. Back there underneath that, I got a spanner wrench I used to use for my suspension preload on my Harley. Tread depth gauge here. I got some radio. I don't know what you stick them into the Ford radios and they disconnect it, like you slide it out. This is just like a clutch alignment tool that I used on doing the Ranger's clutch. A valve stem puller, and then some various trim tools, trim pry tools from Harbor Freight, 2 of their sets. And that's the automotive drawer. Next drawer down is like my measurement drawer. Got a speed square, a couple tape measures, level. This is another level. It's weird. You can like hook it on a line. I don't ever use it, but got the Klein infrared thermometer in there. It's a nice set of digital calipers. I got those off Amazon. Back there is like God, what do they call this? I can't remember, but it's a much more specialized square. And that's about it for that drawer. Next one down is my cutting drawer. Keep everything in here. Got the PVC cutter from Harbor Freight. Haven't used it yet, but I don't know, picked it up because I saw it on sale, I guess. It's the story with a lot of these Harbor Freight tools. Got a bunch of 10 snips there, a hacksaw, it's razor blade refills for my knives and my scrapers. A couple of the Milwaukee fastback ones. I really like those. That one up top there is so old. It's nice and floppy. It doesn't even work anymore, but I had it forever, and I just keep it in there. A couple of the paint tools, scrapers. Here's a little handheld scraper. There's an extended reach scraper. Tubing cutter, rigid tubing cutter. That thing is pretty nice. And then you can't really see this, but I have it's like a collapsible Japanese style saw. It was really good for cutting trim and whatnot, doing trim and molding and whatnot, doing apartment maintenance. This here is just a little X-Acto knife set with all the different blades on it and stuff. I think that's from Harbor Freight too. And then last drawer, this is a big deep drawer. Haven't found a good use for it yet. It's kind of just a spillover of power tools for me. I got a oscillating multi-tool, a Dremel oscillating multi-tool, and a Dremel rotary tool, what you would refer to as a Dremel. And I think that does it for the left bank, so we'll move on over to the right. So top drawer on the right, this is kind of like my screwdriver and hex key drawer type deal. I got Stanley ratcheting screwdriver that comes with all these sockets and bits. It's a little precision screwdriver here. This here is the Gearwrench Micro Bit Set, I think it's called. Very handy. You can run bits or sockets with it. Double-ended little ratchet there. Get into real tight places with that. This is a random ratcheting screwdriver. My favorite screwdriver ever is the Milwaukee 11-in-1 or 9-in-1. This was my go-to during when I did maintenance because it's got a little wire stripper. You can't really see there. It's got the loops there in the shank as well. I'm trying to get a light to shine through it for you. Where's that at? I don't know. You can't see it, but it's got like holes in the shank. You can kind of see it right there. That you can stick your electrical wire into and round it over into a loop so you can get it onto receptacles and light switches and whatnot. Got these Bondis 3-piece folding hex key and Torx key set. These are real high quality. I've had these for years and they don't rust at all. And they're all great. Bondis makes some pretty good tools. Next to that, I got some no-name long reach ball end hex keys and SAE and metric. back there in the back right, this is a T-handle ratcheting screwdriver from Pittsburgh. Oh, sorry, I hit the tripod there, guys. It extends out too, so that's pretty useful. Next to that is a right angle screwdriver, ratcheting screwdriver. Another little useful thing in tight places. Random bit holder screwdriver there from a Pittsburgh set. That whole set is junk, but that one's kind of nice just because the plastic sleeve there will hold your screw on. These are, I think they call these like sewing machine screwdrivers or something like that. Sorry, I keep hitting the tripod. Just like thumb tip screwdrivers when you don't have the room. I've never used them, but maybe one day. And then back there with those is those come with garbage disposals. They're like a hex key at a pretty good angle for you to free up garbage disposals that are jammed up. This is Hart stubby ratcheting screwdriver. I think that's the only Hart branded tool I own, but I just picked it up because I wanted to have something from Walmart's cheap brand. Alright, so next drawer down is kind of like a continuation of the screwdriver drawer. As you can see, I got these big heavy duty Pittsburgh screwdrivers that you can beat on. They got the steel end cap there. A set of precision screwdrivers. This is a set of kind of precision bits with a ratcheting, or not a ratcheting, but it's like a what you'd use on electronics and whatnot. It's like you can put your fingertip on the end of it and just twirl it around. Little screwdriver set there. This here is the Pittsburgh impact screwdriver set for when you got rounded head screw or a real stubborn screw. You can hammer on the end of it and it acts as like an impact would, but you're also hammering into it at the same time. Definitely useful. Then a cheap set of electrician screwdrivers from Pittsburgh back there. That didn't sound good. Alright, so third drawer down. This is just a bunch of picks, chisels, punches, and a couple different grommet tools and grommets back there, smaller size, larger size. There's a couple other things missing out of this drawer right now that are in another box of mine. There's actually throughout all these drawers, there's some things I don't have in here that usually would be in here, but I'm obviously working on stuff. It's definitely the bulk of my tools here, but some of them, you know, you guys aren't missing anything, but some things are missing out of these drawers, just so you know. On to the fourth drawer. This is my electrical drawer. Got these auto wire strippers here. Beneath them is an assortment of clips for test leads and whatnot. Little cheap Harbor Freight test light. One of my cheaper multimeters. This is a nice, I think they call this like a multi-purpose plier stripper combo. You can also cut screws and bolts with these two here. You thread them into these holes depending on the pitch of the thread and cut it. I like these. I got these not too long ago. Wish I would have had them back when I was doing a lot of electrical stuff with apartment maintenance, but use them now here at home and really like those. Some more Milwaukee stuff here. This is for You can stick that little tip into a receptacle. Basically, it's just another form of a test light, tell you if it's hot or not. You know, it doesn't have to go into a receptacle. I mean, you can touch any hot wire or anything, it'll let you know with a sound and a light. Over there, this one here is a GFCI tester. Lets you know you got the GFCI wired right. That was for apartment maintenance as well. Don't really use that too much anymore. And then behind all that, you can see I got various connectors, some heat shrink, and fuses. So just a general electric drawer. Moving down to the 5th drawer. This is kind of a catch-all drawer for things other than automotive. You can see I got the stud finder there, a couple of different staplers and staples. That's a quick set. What do they call those? The you can rekey the lock by just poking the little prong here into the deadbolt. I do apologize. I keep hitting the tripod on this side, guys. But I forget what they call it. Oh, smart key. Smart key, that's what they call them. That's another form of that right there. Some extra keys. Contour gauge, plumb bob. That there is for screen spline. Running that when you rescreen window frames, door frames. That's a jig for doing deadbolts and doorknobs. You gotta install one to a door blank. And then the chalk line and chalk. And that's about it for this drawer. Down here, keep a bunch of different brushes. This is a little mini file set. Super cheap, not that good. I just kind of picked it up for $5 one day. It's a larger file set, also cheap, not that good, from Pittsburgh. Here's more of the kind of homeowner stuff. This tool is a rigid sink tool. I think they call it faucet and sink installer. That's what it says on there. These fittings pop out, flip around for a different type of faucet nuts. Because of this cutout, you can get around the faucet line up under the sink where you don't have much room. This tool is a must-have when you're doing a lot of that stuff. Again, this is from my apartment maintenance days. Got a drain cleaning bladder here. Those, we call them cowbells, but I think the technical term for this set here is tub sockets, or tub, what do they call those? Man, I'm drawing a blank here, but you gotta have those super long open sockets to get over the, oh, the stems. The stems for tubs, to pull them out where your hot and cold come out. This case back here is just specialty Ethernet crimping tool and a little electrical tester to make sure your Ethernet wire is done right. And that's just my soldering iron kit. I think there's another multimeter in there that I've never used. Just a little cheapy. Some soldering wire. And the very bottom drawer, got a large red case you see under there is the really big Milwaukee Hole Saw Set. Got some Sawzall blades sitting on top on the back there. Drill bits, bit set. Got some easy outs right here. And other various bits and whatnot. Got some Forstner bits tucked over there in the left. step bits right in front of those, and spade bits right here. But that about wraps up the box. So here's a couple of my more recent purchases that I haven't found a space for in the box yet. I got to figure it out. I might end up buying a side cabinet that Harbor Freight sells for these boxes to put all my blow molded cases in. Open up some more space in the box. But this here is just a tap and die set. I just picked up today actually because I had a use for it. It's cheap, Pittsburgh, but did the job today. I was half expecting the die to crack when I was trying to thread a rod, but it did the job. I just threw some oil on it and it cut it nice. I was impressed. Right here is just a wheel puller set from Pittsburgh. Haven't used it yet. I just picked it up because it was on sale. And then here's the Capri Master Torx bit socket set that I referenced when we were talking about the first drawer. Really like this set, but as you can see, it's larger. I haven't found a space in the box for it yet, so it just kind of hangs out on my workbench at the moment. But other than that, that's really all I've got for you guys in this box anyway. I got some more of my go-to tools, a lot like more of my power tools and just everyday use tools in the roll cart, like I said. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, then I could definitely do that too. But like I said, there's so many of those roll cart videos out there, and I don't keep that many of my tools in there that I haven't had the urge to actually do a video on it. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I'd appreciate it. Any feedback or comments on the storage situation, if you leave down in the comments, I'll appreciate that. And other than that, if you could like and subscribe, I'll be bringing more videos like this to you guys. So thanks.